Hey grade 4s, we're reading chapter 18 of Hardy Boy Adventures, Tunnel of Secrets. It's called Tomb Raiders. The hatch door wouldn't budge, no matter how hard I pushed and pounded. At the rate that the water was rising, Layla and I had only a minute tops before we were entirely submerged. Then I realized why I couldn't get open. I was supposed to pull instead of push. There was just enough of a groove in the metal for me to hook my fingers into and yank. It flew open, dumping a few hundred years worth of dirt onto our heads in the process. I managed to drag myself out, pull Layla up after me, and slam the hatch door before it could overflow. "Are you okay?" I asked, panting. "Thanks to you, I am," she said breathlessly. "I didn't think we were going to make it out in time." She looked around. "Where are we anyway?" That was a good question. There was just enough light to make out shapes and shadows, which meant that wherever we were, it was either on the surface or close to it. We're in a large room with high ceilings and creepy statues lurking in the corners. There was also more cobwebs than I wanted to think about, and a platform that held a pair of long rectangular boxes. I started to get a sinking feeling. The boxes looked just about the right size to be, Joe, are those coffins?" Layla asked with a quiver in her voice. "I think I know where we are," I said as the pieces started to click into place. "We're in some kind of tomb, aren't we?" "Yeah, I wonder if it's the Admiral's." "Is this where the treasure is hidden?" she asked. "It would make sense," I replied. "The letter said the treasure was out of reach where only Admiral and his wife could get it, and his wife has been in here the whole time." "You don't think this place has a light switch, do you?" Layla joked. "I don't know about a light switch, but maybe this will help," I said, pulling the emergency kit from my pocket. I had totally forgot about it until Layla spotted the candles. I just hoped the kit's plastic case had kept the water out. I removed a match, scraped it against the wall, and bingo, it lit on the first try. The old wicks of the candelabra sparked and fizzed stubbornly, but they lit too. "And let there be light," I announced as the tomb became visible. Thick cobwebs covered just about everything, and there was so much dust floating around that the air itself seemed to shimmer in the candlelight. And those statues I spotted, gargoyles with mouthless, bird-beaked faces, just like the ones of the night mask. "I think this place may have been less creepy in the dark," Layla muttered. She turned to me and started laughing. "You look ridiculous." "I what?" And then I laughed too. We were both covered in so much muck from our crawl through the hatch that we barely looked human. I tried not to shudder as I pushed aside a curb of cobwebs on my way toward the giant slab of marble that I figured must be the tomb door. I paused for the last look at the coffin. "Rest in peace," I said. I was about to turn back towards her when something caught my eye. His and her coffins were decorated in strange markings. One had a big trident and that creepy eye symbol, which had to be the Admiral's, and the other had an angel, which I figured was his wife's. Hers also had an intricate design carved into the top. I crept closer and realized there was something hidden in the center of it, a keyhole, and it looked like it would fit the key the Admiral had swallowed before he died. I tried to remember what his letter had said, something about the treasure being close to his heart and a place only he and his wife knew about. "Layla, do you remember exactly what the Admiral's letter said? The last part about him and his wife having the key to the treasure?" "Sure, I thought it was kind of sweet, actually. He said, 'My treasure now resides out of the reach of the treacherous hands, close to my heart and only my beloved, and I hold the keys,'" Layla recited. I pulled the bandana wrap key from my pocket. I wonder if this is the key he was talking about. There was no way the detective in me was going to let me leave after finding the keyhole that might unlock the entire mystery. Joe, what are you doing?" Layla asked as I started to creep toward the coffin. "Just 1 second, I said absently. "I want to see something." I took a deep breath, steadied myself, and inserted the key into the keyhole. It fit perfectly. "I don't think this is such a great idea," Layla said. She was right. It probably wasn't, but I turned the key anyway. There was a faint metallic click. I held my breath. A little hidden compartment popped up. Candlelight flickered over something inside. Only it wasn't treasure. It was yet another, even smaller, bronze key. And that's chapter 18. Stay tuned. We only have 2 chapters left to find out the ending. See you later, grade 4s.